Coming up on UT 10 News, Greek Life gives back.
And UT students team up with some special athletes.
Plus, Andrew Kirsten was at senior send-off at Savage Arena as the Rockets took on the Broncos. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Wheatley.
And I'm Sydney Edwards. The Inside Out Prison Exchange Program is celebrating its 20th anniversary.
The program gives students and prisoners a unique educational opportunity. Ryan Kiesecker joins us live in the newsroom. What can you tell us about the program?
Well, Alexis, I sat down with Professor Sherry Benton. She is teaching a reading fiction class this semester at the Toledo Correctional Institution.
The UT Inside Out program is part of this innovative national movement in prison education. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the Inside Out program founded by Dr. Lori Pompa. The National Inside Out Prison Exchange Program ties both universities and prisons. This year's class takes place at the Toledo Correctional Institution and is taught by Professor Sherry Benton.
The goal of the program is transformational learning, bringing diverse people together in a new learning experience.
The relationships that develop between university students and the prisoners had the potential to create new understandings of social issues and inspire a positive change in the community inside and outside the prison walls. UT students have been participating in the Inside Out program since fall of 2010.
I'm actually a student in this class, and it's really been an eye-opening experience for me. I'm Ryan Kiesecker, live from the newsroom.
There are many women of color who stood up for women's rights, but only a few are known by the public. The Association for the Advancement of African American Women, or 4AW, hosted their My Black is Beautiful event last Tuesday. Aside from the more popular black figures in American history, this event shines light on forgotten names.
I think it's important for us to be able to recognize those people and celebrate them as much as we celebrate others.
With Black History Month coming to an end, 4AW will continue to acknowledge those who have made a difference and encourage those who want to. Head out to the Student Union, room 2584, every Tuesday night to check it out. There are many people on campus who think all Greeks do is party.
But that's not necessarily true. Reporter Courtney Steck looked into all the charity work that fraternities and sororities do every year.
Greek life on campus does a lot more than what most people think.
This school year alone, the Greek community raised over $72,000, all for charity. The money is raised through events like Songfest, Rockathon, and numerous functions throughout the year. Philanthropy dinners are just one of the ways sororities and fraternities help give back.
I've always liked helping people, and this was kind of the best way in our chapter to help others.
Each chapter has their own individual philanthropy that they sponsor, with causes that include nationwide nonprofits like the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club. Greek Life members participate in many campus-wide events that also raise money for charities. Now, being able to support a cause does not necessarily mean you have to go Greek. It can be as simple as buying a ticket. I'm Courtney Steck with UT 10 News.
Last Thursday, Rockathon had a goal to raise $30,000 in one day.
The money goes to Toledo's Mercy Children's Hospital, and reporter Ian Davis was on campus checking out all the action.
During 30K in one day, UT students were asked to sign up for this year's Rockathon in the Student Union during their lunch break.
30K in one day is a fundraiser that Rockathon is doing to raise $30,000 in 24 hours, and all the proceeds that we make in Rockathon in general go to Mercy Children's Hospital in Toledo.
During the event, students could play games in the Hype Room for prizes such as headbands, mugs, and hats. In the Hype Room, students learned more about the history of Rockathon. Members seem to really enjoy giving back.
Every kid should have the opportunity to be a kid, do cartwheels, play soccer, and grow up, run around, make some mischief. So I just want as many kids as possible to have a great childhood.
Pie in the Face also earned over $150 for Rockathon.
During 30K in one day, Rockathon raised over $36,000. I'm Ian Davis for UT 10 News.
UT students teamed up with the Special Olympics to make a difference. Last Saturday, the Student Rec Center hosted the 8th annual indoor triathlon. The event raised money for athletes with special needs. Over 60 participants competed in swimming, cycling, and running. Special Olympic athletes worked with UT students to get to the finish line.
It's just an opportunity not just for sports, but to develop relationships and to support their ability to get more involved in their community.
The event raised over $1,200 for the Lucas County Special Olympics.
Toledo was in for a show this past Sunday at the Valentine Theater. Toledo's community organization hosted their 3rd annual Film Fest. The event featured Toledoans with disabilities and their handmade films. The fest showed 10 films about the lives of the filmmakers, with categories emphasized on celebrating everyday lives, promoting inclusion, inspiring audiences, and a special category for most creative work of fiction.
It's gone great, and I really think it does give people a feel of, what it must be like to be a family member or be an individual living with a disability.
After the film showings, a meet and greet followed with cake, punch, and a photo booth.
UT held its 48th annual Black Student Union Fashion Show last Friday, where reporter Keith Boggs took us around the world.
During the show, there was a display of clothes and music from many different cultures and customs, including China, Brazil, and Jamaica. Majority of the models were UT students, with a few being local aspiring models. The event was hosted by comedian Lala, who gained fame by making videos on Instagram.
Overall, I think the show was amazing. I think we did a great job representing all the countries.
The event also featured an interactive red carpet where students were able to get pictures taken and do an interview with fashion organization stylists. Even I was able to get involved, strolling with my fraternity brothers during roll call. This year, freshman Isis Walker and junior Sherry Saka were the recipients of a $1,000 scholarship apiece. The event capped off programming for BSU for Black History Month. Reporting from the Steel Union Auditorium, I'm Keith Boggs for UT 10 News.
I'm Andrew Kirsten, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. Both the men and women basketball teams were in action over the past weekend, and we'll start you off with the Rocket men, who hosted Central Michigan on Friday night. And it all starts with that dynamic duo right there, Steve Taylor Jr. and Jonathan Williams. First half action, Taylor gets the feed from Jalen Sanford and drills a mid-range jumper. Chippewas answer back with the nation's leading scorer, Marcus Keene. He goes to work on John, left, right, left. Somebody get that man some cash for those ankles. He finished with 27 points. However, the duo is too much for Central Michigan as John tacks on another bucket. Taylor and Williams both finished the night with a combined 37 points. Your Rockets would prevail and improve to a 15-14 overall record and 500 in MAC play. And after the game, Rocket head coach Todd Kowalczyk commented on his team's performance.
We played exceptionally well at both ends of the floor. I thought our defense was really good to start the game, and kind of got into them a little bit, and offensively we moved the ball.
They host MAC West leading Ball State tonight at Savage Arena with tip-off at 7:05. And it was an emotional day for women's basketball team on Saturday as the seniors got one last chance to play in front of their home crowd against Western Michigan. The game was highlighted by the matchup between UT's Michaela Boyd and Western's Deja Wimby. Here we go. Right out of the gates, Boyd gets the beautiful feed from Bravo Harriet for the easy deuce, but the Broncos freshman guard fires right back. Wimby comes up with her own steal and gets the coast-to-coast finish. Boyd can dish it too. She comes up with her own steal, brings it down the court, and then finds Haley Prince camping in the corner for the tray. Wimby then sneaks behind the Rocket D, gets the rock from Meredith Shipman. But in the end, Boyd and her season-high 23 points were just too much for the Broncos, leading the Rockets to a victory. And after the game, Boyd had a few words to say about the senior class.
They've brought so much to the program. We just want to send them out on a good note, They contribute so much to this team, and just to be able to send them out on a win here at home is just amazing.
The Rockets finished their final 2 games on the road before beginning the MAC tournament next week.
What a great weekend for the Rockets.
It sure was.
That's it for UT10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can catch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Sydney Edwards, Andrew Kirsten, and all our crew, I'm Alexis Wheatley. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.